America is not ready for what's coming. We're split right down the middle on every issue known to man. We all hate each other, and there's a level of venom that has never been seen before in American society. Every major event that happens has 50 different narratives being pushed about it, tons of falsified evidence being posted online by people who are either trolling or are very actively malicious. Look at Tyler Robinson. There was a picture that was posted almost immediately after he was identified, showing him in a Trump shirt, and then that turned out to be fake, but the damage was already done. People went with the narrative that he was a right-winger. But then the FBI says there's trans ideology on the bullets, but we don't have actual access to those, just the pictures the FBI gave us, so how do we believe that? How about the round that was supposedly used leaving his neck intact, which definitely wouldn't have happened with that round? And boom, all of a sudden, public opinion is completely split on who did this and why. Theories range from Tyler Robinson to left-wingers to right-wingers to Israel to Russia, China, and everyone in between. Meanwhile, let's say Tyler Robinson didn't do it and the actual shooter is still at large, which seems to be kind of a prevalent narrative. Even if irrefutable evidence proving that somebody else did it was posted, nobody would believe it because it would just look like another part of this narrative-shaping BS. But let's apply this to a hypothetical, right? Say the Al-Qaeda attack that the NCTC warned about. Say that actually happens. 1,000 Al-Qaeda trained insurgents attacking US cities at the same time. Spoiler alert, that number's probably higher than 1,000. If it happened and they all had Al-Qaeda paraphernalia on and they said that Al-Qaeda did it and Al-Qaeda themselves claimed that they did it, most people still wouldn't believe it. They would say it was a false flag. They would say it was Israel, etc., etc. And falsified evidence would pop up immediately proving all of those narratives to be true beyond a shadow of a doubt. Just like what happened with the Charlie Kirk thing. These narratives might be pushed by individuals who are very passionate. They might be pushed by foreign governments who have a vested interest in us having analytical paralysis. But the end result is the same. The analysts that are making decisions now have to sift through mountains of BS. Crucial evidence might have been falsified and they don't know it, so they're chasing ghosts. There'd be tons of people posting videos saying that attacks are ongoing in places that they're not ongoing. People are going to get confused. First responders aren't going to know what to do. There'll be people saying that situations are completely safe and secure when they're absolutely not. And once the event's said and done, nobody will know who to actually blame for it because so much falsified information will have been put out that we'll have years and years of work to do before we start to get to the truth. We'll also, unfortunately, have a ton of bad actors that are going to capitalize on this type of thing. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but today is not 9/10 of 2001, and in the aftermath of a major attack, there won't be a coming together like there was then. In the aftermath of a major attack, all bets are going to be off, fingers will be pointed, and real violence will happen as a result of those fingers being pointed. For instance, let's look at Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz said this about divisive political rhetoric very recently.
They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you.
And then he posted this about Nick Fuentes. Now that's a very interesting and specific choice of wording from somebody who seems to be very well aware of the danger of such wording. Now, given the information that I have, I would say that this was an actual call for violence against Nick Fuentes from Ted Cruz, because that's what he laid out when he said that this type of rhetoric leads to violence, and then he uses that type of rhetoric. To me, that's how it reads. And anybody can do that about anybody at any time, and it doesn't matter if they've said something different in the past. What matters is what they say right then, right there. This media machine, language, social media, it can all be weaponized at the drop of a hat for whatever target is deemed appropriate at the time. Information warfare, misinformation, psyops, all of it. And then there's us caught in the middle with no way to really defend ourselves against this. We don't have access to AIs to sit there and sift through all of this crap the right way. The ones that we have are all very PG and very controlled. We don't have access to quantum computers and teams of analysts. We're just people with cell phones. And we're supposed to engage in information warfare with state actors and corporations? We aren't ready. We're not ready to respond to these threats, and we're not ready to exist in this environment. How are we supposed to make sense of things in this modern age? How are we supposed to respond to things and form opinions now? I mean, I do a little scroll on X, and all I get out of it today is that the entire right really wants me to hate Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson. I don't know why. I didn't watch the interview. I don't care to. But I know I'm being bombarded with people who are telling me how I should feel about this. And there's tons of people on both sides pushing different narratives. I don't know what to think about who. I don't even know what side I'm on right now. I don't like Israel all that much. I don't like really anybody that's not America all that much. Does that make me some kind of xenophobe? Or apparently I'm a Zionist and a Jewish shill and also an Antifa all in one. If I say that I don't like that Israel is propagandizing American citizens willingly, then I am also a Nazi. And if I say that Hamas should probably get curb stomped for October 7th, then I am a Zionist. People have called me all of those things across different posts. And hey, lucky me, I'm eligible for targeting by both sides now. Any random wacko on any of these fronts could just come after me because of one video or one thing that somebody said about me in a comment section. And that's the environment that we exist in now. You can't go on the internet and say anything without being targeted by somebody. And you don't have to say anything at all. You'll still be targeted. They are still looking to shape the way that you think and the way that you feel about literally everything. And there's not much that you can do about it. I wish that I had answers. I wish that I could tell you, here's how you can do it better. All I can say is try to avoid obvious spin. If it seems like someone's trying to make you think a certain way about something, they probably are. And beyond that, all I can really say is pray, because I don't know how to make sense of anything otherwise. It's not the timeline that I would have picked. Wish I was born about 200 years ago. Love you guys. Be blessed.